Most High, you might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them. And draw back meaning if you're in the truth, Most High took you out of the world, brought you into the truth, and then you start to, you know what I'm saying, the Most High take his holy righteous spirit from you, and you go back into the world. You go back into darkness. You're in the light, and you are of the day. Then you went back into darkness, and now you're of the night. You're drunken. It says, but we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. And I just want to read this for edification. Hebrews 11:1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you believe in something that you have no pure evidence that's what it is, but you still believe. It says, through faith we understand that the world were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. So the creation of the earth, you have to believe you have to believe, you know what I'm saying, what was said that was of the creation of the world, even though you have no intangible full, hands-on that you can grab and see that this is how it was done. Take for instance wind. The Most High don't have to give you a full understanding of where wind comes from or why wind exists, but you see that it's blowing trees and stuff, but yet you don't have the true understanding. You don't have to have the true understanding of what generates wind, but you believe that it's there because the Most High said this is an element. All elements that exist. Esau tried to tell you that you got to have scientific evidence to prove something. No, you don't. You don't. Because if that was the case, there would be no need for faith. So the next scripture I want to go into is in these certain situations, we're going to be in certain circumstances, man, that you're going to have to know that the Most High is going to be with you, man. And the elect do know. So we just left off faith. So we're going to jump right in at Romans 8, and we'll start at 24. It says, for we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why does he yet hope for it? So if you see something, why you need to have faith and belief that that's what it is? If you see it, that's not hope. Hope is when you don't see it, but you believe it, that it's going to happen for you. And we're talking about salvation, man. We're talking, this is the point I'm talking about. Being saving of conditions and situations, and ultimately having mercy to be saved and delivered. But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. And that's what we're doing. We don't have, when the Most High say, hey, go out here, I've loaded you up with my truth. You have my knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I've given you that. I've given you my holy righteous name for protection, providing and preparing. And I've put you out there on the highways and byways serving me. But I said that I would save you. But then I also said that there's some that's going to call upon me that I'm going to say, depart from me. So you don't have any full tangible proof that you are of the elect. But you're doing what the elect would be doing. So that's why we classify ourselves the hopeful elect. Why? We're hopeful that we may be saved because we're doing the things that were requested of us to do. But he ain't given us the proof of it. We didn't have an angel come down to you and say, hey man, you're doing a great job. Just know you're part of the elect. Just keep up the good work. No. No angel have come to us with that. And you read in Esdras, in 2nd Esdras, there's a time where the archangel was speaking to Esdras, and he was giving him the visions and the understanding of the things that's coming. But he told Esdras, like the chapter before that, he told Esdras, you know, all these things are going to happen, but this is not for you. He basically told Esdras, you're part of the elect. You don't have to worry about these things. These things ain't going to happen to you. But then the next chapter, when he actually asked the angel the understanding of these things, and the angel just threw a vision at him and showed him, and he actually saw the times that we're going to be coming into, the time when the time of Jacob's trouble coming and the missiles hit. Esdras saw all that, and he then turned around and said, woe is me, who shall save me, who shall deliver me in those times, in those days? That means it was so, the effect of what was happening was so visually, you know, constructed into Esdras' mind that he just totally wiped out the fact that thought that the angel told him, hey, this ain't for you. You're not about to go through this. You're going to be protected and delivered from this. But it was so strong on his spirit that he really felt like, who's going to save me? You know, everything, that's that flesh that we have. You know, that flesh is going to come, and you're going to be seeing things, and you gotta hold on to the spirit. And that's why the scripture says, matter of fact, I'm gonna that's the spirit. I'm gonna go into what happens, because even though there's gonna be some things that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen so fast and so impactful, you might not be able to just utter the name. It might happen so quick and so fast on you, but you'll get saved out of it. Matter of fact, we're gonna go into it right now. Next couple verses, the next verse. Verse 5 again. It says, but if we hope for that what we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities. Key word, key phrase. The Spirit helpeth our infirmities. You know, it says, likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities. For we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groaning which cannot be uttered. So you might be in a situation and some shit happened to you so fast that you might not fully understand what the hell is happening to you, let alone that you know that you're in a situation that you got to call upon a name. Your spirit is connected to the Most High. He don't just give you the name. You have a full connection. It's a spiritual thing. You might be in a situation, motherfucker, come at you so you ain't had time to say Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, but your spirit is connected. Most I put you in that situation, your spirit is connected, your spirit's in intercession before you, but the spirit moves way faster than the flesh, than the physical. The spirit knew you needed that situation was coming upon you. The spirit went up and called on the name for you and got you out of that situation. That is beautiful, man. God damn, that's beautiful, man. I'm gonna read that again. Because we're gonna be in some situations and facing some in these times that's coming upon us that you may not have that. Y'all about to be outside before, man, you might not even have that. That's why it's important, man, to be dialed in through the spirit at all times, man. Make sure, that's why I'm gonna hold this, man. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute, man. These things is happening, you gotta be sure. Bear with me. Alright. Starting the firecrackers already. So-called Independence Day, but you Jakes, you weren't this Independence Day wasn't for it. I purposely didn't want to go into that shit today, to be honest with you. I could have went into this whole hell day, Independence Day, 4th of July. I was gonna go into that, but I was like, man, I ain't want to really go into that because I know plenty of brothers gonna go into that in today's camp. But I want to go into what's needed for us, because if you don't understand and know that these holidays ain't for you, you're an Israelite, and you don't understand and know that these holidays and this shit that you celebrate ain't for you, man, you deserve what's gonna come your way because of these holidays that you celebrate. So anyway, back to 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves that Yahushua Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobate? But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Now I pray to the Most High that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that we should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. For we are glad, and we are glad when we are weak, and we are strong. For this we wish, even your perfection. So you gotta always constantly examine yourself, that you're not falling out the faith, man. That you're not going astray. That you're not getting, that you're not starting to dance and make love to these strange women, these other doctrines and philosophies out here. That you stand committed to Sophia. That you know that this is the truth, and that that your spirit is not getting rattled. You're not getting shaken. You're not getting, you're not being disenchanted. Back in the Romans. So as long as you continue to examine yourself, and you're in the faith, you're gonna be connected. So back in verse 26, it says, Romans 8 and 26. It says, likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groaning which cannot be uttered. So you have to know that if you're in a situation, the Most High, you call upon the name if you have the time and the ability to do it, you do it. But the Most High, He covered His elect so well that even if you can't, your spirit does set up that intercession. The intercession meaning from you to the Most High. Your spirit is the intercession. It's basically sending up calling upon the name for you in your time that you may need, in your time of need. You gotta know that, man. You get in situations. I've been in situations, man, where I could have got into a deadly car accident, and the Most High had me move out the way, or had me stop, or have something happen to where it didn't happen. We didn't have time. I didn't have time to call him. There was one time that I was coming back from being with the brothers, man, and these two cars zoomed by, and one car just lost control and hit the center divider and ricocheted back at our car. And the Spirit of the Most High angels had me turn the wheel. We didn't have no time to call upon the name, man. All the brothers that was in the house, that was in the car with me at the time, which two of those aren't even in the truth anymore. They ain't in the faith. So they didn't examine it. Bottom line, the Most High moved them out the faith, right? But at the time they were in the truth. Angel just moved the car, like moved the car out of the way and had us kept going. While that car hit the other part of the center of the divider when it was supposed to hit us. But it just hit the rail, the center of the freeway. We didn't have time to call upon the name. But the Most High still was there, man. The spirits made intercession. Our spirit made intercession, and they went up. And the Most High was there for us. Verse 27. Just it says, and that he that searcheth the heart knoweth that is the mind of the Spirit. So let me read that again. And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the Most High. And we know it that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to the purpose, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestine to be conformed to the image of his son, Yahushua, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom did he predestine? Them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them also he glorified. When you go into reading, you go up to verse 17, it tell you that those that are justified are those who are made joint heirs to Yahushua. 31. What shall we then say to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Who shall lay anything to charge of the Most High's elect? It is the Most High that justifies. So those brothers that are the hopeful elect, that no one can lay any charges to you. No one can persecute you. No one can pass any type of judgment upon you because you're justified by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It says, who is he that condemneth? It is Yahushua that died, yea, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of Yahweh, who also maketh intercession for us. So you can't be against these men. So you cannot be against these men who the Most High has set up as his elect. You cannot do it. These men have intercession to their spirit, to the Most High, and the Most High has an intercession for them, which is the intercession is to intercept anything you try to do to them. Matter of fact, so it said. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Yahushua? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or perils, or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter, which is why we come out here and present ourselves a living sacrifice. Romans 12:1. We sacrifice ourselves. We are killed all the day long. So we put ourselves in that situation, and it's nothing to us. The Most High put a spirit on us that we don't have no issue with that. We go out there, matter of fact, let me see. Bear with me for a moment. Let me read two scriptures since I quoted it. This is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. Then, back to Luke 17:10. So likewise, ye, when ye shall have done all the things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do. And we know this. So we go out there and do what the Most High commanded us to do, because this is our reasonable duty. It's our reasonable service. Because we presented our bodies as those living sacrifices. Getting back into Romans, I'm going to read the last verse again. It says, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. It's Romans 8:36. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things presented, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Yahushua Mashiach our Lord. So with that, I'm going to bring this lesson camp to a close. Today is the so-called wicked holiday, Independence Day, which was not independence for you Israelites. They're going to be starting the shooting soon. They're going to be starting firecrackers soon. So I'm going to close camp and get on to the crib, man. So with that, I hope it was edifying for those who was able to tune in. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who lead our nation, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect striving for salvation during these electrifying times. Shalom.